In the words of Ray Bradbury, any man who keeps working is not a failure. Osim Joseph is a man constantly in the works. Born in 1985, Osim Joseph is an orator, a motivational conference speaker, a leadership development consultant, a social entrepreneur, an unsung psychologist, an information technologist, and a writer with an exceptional competence in involving formidable personal and social development indices. Osim Joseph, a bold and charismatic speaker, is fast becoming a force to reckon with in Africa and across the globe. Hear him expressing his views from food and nutrition.
People say I'm a food enthusiast, but I want to say, if you're hungry, you can't think straight. That is basic. And your feeding pattern relates to your thinking pattern.
Discrimination against people with disabilities.
My submission is very much in congruence with Dr. Dayo. I think she really speaks my mind. You see, it's a natural inclination for mere mortals to usurp any slightest opportunity to act and think themselves better than others. And I have sojourned the land of the living for about 3 decades precisely, and I have not met anybody who is not disabled, including financial disability. We don't include that.
Federal character principle.
I am one person who don't buy the idea of the federal character principle. And if you look at my comment from a psychological perspective, you may understand why. Now, at the foundation of all these catastrophes and cacophonies in the society, you find out that at the core is epileptic and loquacious leadership. Now, the idea is that we cannot attempt to build a Nigerian society or a united Nigerian society by maximizing and magnifying our diversities. The federal character principle is telling me that my brother or my sister has to be in government for me not to feel cheated by the government. Now, if there is leadership, I gave some few people example. The current governor that just left Cross River State is just my community. But does it affect me as a governor? Let me imagine that somebody from somewhere, let's say Adamawa or so becomes a governor and it affects not just me, but performs better. Which will I prefer? So this federal character is giving us opportunity to compete for what is not there. Seriously, we are competing for what is ours. Why are we competing for it? Why don't we look at competence? Why don't we look at, okay, these are the best hands that can handle this thing. Let us give it to them. And so, if you feel you can do better in government, study. Bring ideas to the table. Do something. So we will now look at who is performing, not based on where you're coming from. I want to see people who perform and benefit all of us, irrespective of where they come from.
To social issues.
If we want to solve these things, Madam said government. Who is government? It's you and I. I was in a hospital last time. Now, I saw the way the doctors even relate to the patients there. Even if you're not depressed before, coming to that hospital alone, you'll be depressed. We want to see the doctors do their own bit. So, for what I saw for that day alone, it wasn't impressive. Now, if that is the kind of doctors we are talking about, even if you give them the whole money, the whole one, the whole equipment, they will not perform.
Osim Joseph speaks on topics bordering on personal, youth and social development, marriage and family, love and dating, and leadership.